Hey everybody, this is Joel Runyon with Ultimate Paleo Guide. Today we're talking about why do different websites say different things are paleo. Now there's a couple different reasons. The first one is sort of just a poorly miscommunicated differentiation. So there are some websites out there like Mark Sisson, who runs Mark's Daily Apple, great website, and he advocates a primal diet. Now his diet is very similar to paleo, but it's not specifically paleo. So, but a lot of people in the paleo niche tend to read Mark's stuff. He's very popular and he's very smart, and all of his stuff is very well researched. That said, there's a lot of crossover between the two diets, but they're very separate diets. They're very separate frameworks, and they allow different types of food. And so you have a couple differentiations where you have sometimes the words paleo and primal are interchanged as if they're the same thing, but they're not. And they talk about two slightly different diets or slightly different variations of a similar template. So that's the number one reason. A lot of people they'll start out paleo and then they'll add some primal things into their diet and they'll still call it paleo. And so that's more of like an innocent, just like that's kind of how the paleo community works. And you know that's kind of what's happening, but they don't always communicate that very clearly. The second thing is a little bit more sinister. It's more the fact that some people just don't know. I've talked before on these videos about is paleo a scam or not. It's not a scam, but there's a lot of people out there that see paleo as a way to make money and not as a way it's not something they actually practice or know anything about, and so they'll aggregate information from all different places, but they don't necessarily know anything or have any expertise or background in it at all, and they're just kind of putting information out without really knowing whether or not it's actually paleo. So that sounds really terrible, but it's actually true. And so with those, you'll run across some websites, and you usually can tell these apart from other ones because they're stacked with ads. They've got junk all over the place. They're not very well organized. But typically, with those, it's more of just they're not really looking to, make better the paleo community. They're just looking to make money. And so there's a differentiation. There's one part of it where there's just a miscommunication because paleo has become so popular that people tend to start off with paleo as a template, and then add in their own things once they find out whether or not they have food sensitivities to various different types of food. But the other one is that people just see it as a way to make money, and they don't necessarily know exactly what they're talking about, and they just make up information or pull it from non-research sources, and kind of make stuff up, and it's confusing for everybody involved. So hopefully you guys find I've links all over the website to trusted partners, trusted people that we know and trust that put their name and their face behind their work. And so if you go to any of those partners or friends of ours, you can know that it's real, it's solid, it's good information that they're willing to put their name and their reputation on. And so and all of our stuff on Ultimate Paleo Guide, we've got references, sources for everything we write. And so if you hang out with us, we'll take care of you, promise. If you guys have more questions, leave them below. That's today's video. If you'd like to see more, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time.